Hey! Thought you might need a hand. I have this superpower of knowing when a woman is planning on changing her clothes. Is this okay?
I'm not going to Storm's service.
Why aren't you going?
I really don't want any lectures. Bridget already tried this morning.
Well, it really doesn't matter to me whether you go or not. You want to continue to make this difficult? You go ahead.
It's not that.
But I promise you, in a year, 2 years, maybe 5, when you realize that living ain't so bad, and you're going to realize that, you'll say to yourself, my brother had one memorial, and I missed it. Is that what you want?
I want to see the room. I want to see the room where Storm shot himself. I don't want his ashes scattered, do you? I want to know where he is.
He never told us where he wanted to be buried, so I don't see why it can't be right here in L.A.
He'd want to be close to you girls.
Reverend Healy. The door was open.
We're having that service for our brother.
I'm so sorry you didn't feel that we at St. Martin's were
You were there. Wasn't very nice that our pastor didn't think that our brother deserved a funeral.
To be fair, that's not what he said. But some clergy still struggle with the question of suicide.
That's not a question for us. Storm is gone, and we loved him very much. We would appreciate it if he wasn't disrespected.
I understand. I agree. And I'd like to stay if you'll let me.
Of course.
Maybe she should talk to Katie.
It wouldn't do any good.
Is anyone in there?
No. Slow.
Fresh paint.
Can I have a minute?
I'll be right outside.
I would have been all right with dying. As much as anyone. It was my time. I already know what it says.
Read it. Let fate make the decision. Let me go.
It's already been decided.
What has?
That your life is more important than mine.
Welcome. Come in. I'm Eric Forrester.
Yes, I recognize you.
You're a friend of Storm's, I imagine?
My brother's memorial service is private.
I'm sorry for your loss. I didn't know that you.
Oh, you're a member of the catering team.
Kitchen's that way.
No one life is worth more than another. You taught me that.
Everyone's chosen for something, Katie.
Not this.
How do you know?
Life doesn't work that way.
Police will be here any minute. Most of the life I'd have left will be lived out in prison.
They'll see that you're not well. They'll see that you're not responsible.
In some institution, then. And where will you be? You haven't got much time left.
It's not your fault.
It doesn't matter. I'm not letting you take responsibility for my life. That's mine. And I can spend it all at once if I want to.
Storm. No.
Live. For me.
No, I won't.
Why?
You can't ask me. It's monstrous.
In the end, death will get us both. I'm just cutting ahead in line.
I don't want to be saved.
Katie, I am so good at staying alive and so bad at living. Help me do something right.
I won't be your great accomplishment. I won't be your walking grave.
You're the youngest one, the last one of us. So many hopes live in you, not just mine. The heart I was born with was never only mine.
Storm, listen to me. I can't make your life worthwhile. Only you can.
Then we agree. Look, you can go on having this argument with yourself for the rest of your life and never win, and we both know why. Because you don't want to die.
Storm!
I think it's time we get going. You okay? Your brother's memorial's in a few minutes. Maybe you should take this unfinished business of yours over there, not here.
All right.
You know what's sadder than poor Storm? Donna Logan trying to fill Mom's shoes. Seriously, it's like we're all standing here waiting for whoever really lives here to show up.
Oh, Felicia, come on. It's done. Dad and Donna are married. We might as well accept it.
Just wish they could at least live someplace else.
If you could clear up the glasses, I think we're ready to get started. Is there anyone on the terrace?
No, I tell them.
Why? Are they talking about me? You know what? I don't want to know. Could you tell them, please? Thanks.
Any other rooms? Mrs. Forrester is ready to start.
Not talking about Mom. Not your fault, but nobody's gonna know who you're talking about.
It's all right.
I have to be honest. I'm really not sure why I was asked to speak today. I'm not a relative, and I'm not a close friend of the family. I did spend the last few hours of Storm's life with him, however, so maybe that's why. I didn't know Storm very well, and yet he desperately wanted me to see the man that he truly was. And in retrospect, I wish I hadn't been so afraid, because then maybe he wouldn't have felt the need to prove himself to me, because in trying to prove himself to me, that was the beginning of the end for him. It's kind of strange, but I feel like I let him down. And I get the feeling that I'm only the last on a very long list of people that might feel the same way. Wherever he is, I hope he's found some peace.
I'd like to thank you all for coming here today. Although it's not really my place to do that. I'm Storm's father. Although I was never really head of the family. If I'm honest with myself, then I know that I was probably a better father to my girls by leaving them with Storm than had I stayed. But I was greedy. I decided I wanted to be a part of my children's life after all, and that's when my son started to unravel. So, do I feel responsible for what happened to him? Yes. Yes, I do. And you're all too polite to say so today, especially under these circumstances. But I know that most everyone here thinks my son was a disturbed and unhappy man. Well, ask yourself, would you lay down your life? Would you end it so that someone you feel close to would have a chance to live theirs? You ask yourself that. And then tell me if you feel superior.
It was hard to lose my brother. And it was hard to remember that the last words I said to him were in anger. But he forgives me. I know he does. But it's extremely difficult to know that there are some people out there, and maybe some people right here in this room, that think that Storm wasn't worth grieving over because of the things that he did. He was not a good person. That's what they think. And if there were a heaven, they wouldn't expect to see him there. Is that what you think, Reverend Healy?
No.
What do you think? Those we cast out and condemn are not cast out by God. We speak of suicide as a terrible sin, the mistake there is no correcting, an ultimate lack of faith in the future. But it's never safe to presume to know what is in the heart of another human being or in the mind of God. I didn't know your brother. You tell me his last act was not of hopelessness, but of hope. That's right. My brother had no lack of faith in the future. He was brave and unselfish enough to imagine a future that he would never see, so that my sister Katie could lead a long and healthy, happy life instead. There was no despair, no giving up in what he did. There was only love. He would have done the same thing for me. He would have done the same thing for Brooke. I'm so grateful to have been loved like that every day of my life. It made me strong. It gave me a belief in myself, no matter what other people think of me. Storm, I thank you for that. So do I. My sister Katie would say the same thing if she could make it.
Excuse me. I'd like to speak for myself.
We're so glad that you could make it.
I have something I want to say.
You really shouldn't overtire yourself, sweetie.
We've had such a nice service, Katie.
It's not over yet. Please sit down. Everyone. You're gonna listen to what I have to say.